Hi, I'm Asif Farouk of Finextra and I'm joined by Arun Aggarwal of Swift. And Treasury and security post-trade is always a talking point at Sibos. So what do you think the key themes will be?
Yes, indeed. Post-trade has become even more topical than it ever was. It's always been a feature. But I think a number of factors are playing into post-trade, securities, treasury post-trade, becoming a bigger and bigger topic. And we're certainly seeing a lot of interest in our members in terms of addressing that part of their processing and their workflow. And there are a number of good reasons for that. Compliance is a big factor. Regulatory changes are huge in that space, and of course the fundamental economic drivers as well. As the industry has gone through a lot of turmoil, then the whole business model needs to take a very long, hard look at every aspect of cost and risk, as well as, of course, transparency and reporting for compliance purposes. So there's a number of big drivers that are driving that. So we do absolutely expect this to be a key focus. It will be a key focus at Sibos and beyond Sibos as a regular issue for us that we're dealing with day in, day out.
Another driver for change is Target 2 securities. What do you think is the current state of play in this market?
So T2S is one of those major change drivers in the marketplace. I mean, the European Union has kicked off a whole series of single market initiatives. One of them, very key one, is T2S in order to bring the European securities landscape into a level of harmonization and rationalization, which it has never faced. So it has been very fragmented, which has meant that there's been a huge cost burden and complexity for the whole industry. So we're seeing that as a key change driver. It's well underway. So yes, the timelines mean that implementation will take place over a number of years. And so in some people's minds, it's been sort of put on a bit of a back burner because it feels like it's a few years out. Actually, it's not. By the time you start to put in place a study around the implications and then budgeting for the changes, et cetera, you're soon up with the first phase of T2S. So T2S is key. It is time to take a look at it. I think there was a period of time where you could say, okay, not quite sure what's happening. It is really happening. And so we're seeing a lot of our members taking a very strong, hard look at what does T2S mean. Now, I think there are a number of strategies that one can follow. We're certainly seeing that. There's no question that the core CSD community has to adapt to T2S. There's no option. So that community is all taking a look at what are the implications, what changes do I need to make, and we're assisting many of them in a number of ways. As you may know, we are one of the 2 accredited network providers for T2S, for connectivity into T2S. So one, there's the core connectivity over Swift, that's one option. And in addition to that, of course, there's a lot of changes that are needed in the workflow and processing. What does that mean? How do you deal with it? What changes do you need to make? You need to have a deep understanding of what messaging and workflow changes are needed. Because we've worked extensively on the development of the core standards for T2S, we have a very deep understanding of the messaging changes and what does that mean from a processing point of view. So a lot of organizations have asked us to help them with regards to the operational impact and the operational change that T2S requires. So that's very active for us now, and we see that increasing over the coming years.